Hey everyone, I'm back with another gameplay video. We got the Modern Qualifier today on MTGO. It's got 301 players, and we're going to play 8 rounds of Swiss, and we're trying to get to I think there's the top 2 gets RCQ invite, the top 8 gets a bunch of Mox points, and then there's just prizes. So we're trying to see how our deck fares against in a big tournament. Looking at the list today, if you watch my recent videos, this should look pretty familiar. We're on 21 lands still. I did cut the Savai Triome for a 13th fetch land. I'm using a Misty Rainforest. That's because Misty can get us any color. When you're adding another fetch, no fetch is going to be kind of perfect, so you have to prioritize what you want. This gets Overgrown Tomb, which is nice. This gets Basic Forest. It does miss a few things. Mostly it misses Sacred Foundry and Savai Triome. So that's the trade-off. But you can still get red mana with this. You can get green, blue, white, and black all untapped. So that was the reasoning for Misty Rainforest, but you can kind of decide what you want to prioritize there. Moving to the deck, it's pretty much stock, except for in the 3 flex slots, I'm on 2 Reprieves. I do like Reprieve a lot in the current meta. It's very good against like Amulet Titan, Rhinos, things like that. So it's pretty good against Yawgmoth, it kind of depends. But it's got utility there at least because they play, Grist and Yawgmoth and stuff like that. I'm on 1 Bonecrusher Giant. This is kind of the hedge against some of the matchups. I do like Bonecrusher against Yawgmoth to kind of keep their board smaller, keep their creature count down. I also really like it against Scam for that built-in 2-for-1. It also has utility against ring decks, so I just like it a lot as a one-of, and then we have the second one in the sideboard. Everything else is pretty much stock. Moving on to the sideboard here, I've made some small tweaks. I am playing Celestial Purge for... my last event, I tested 1 Rest in Peace in this slot. I think I'm going to go with Celestial Purge. Celestial Purge is better against Scam, and probably better against Yawgmoth. It's worse against Murktide, but it's a good card. It's just nice having 2 mana to remove anything against Scam, and then Yawgmoth, it removes 2 mana to exile any other key cards. And that can be important because, like, sometimes you might, if you kill a Grist or Yawgmoth, they could get Soul Cauldron. If it's in the graveyard, they can use Soul Cauldron, they can make something else into a Grist or a Yawgmoth. But with Purge, it exiles it, so you don't have to worry about that. Similarly, we have 2 Prismatic Ending. It's also good against Yawgmoth, good against Scam. I used to play Chain to the Rocks, but I like Prismatic Ending better now because of there's too many ways, decks have too many ways to kill Chain to the Rocks. So there's Molten Collapse, and then Yawgmoth has like a million ways to kill enchantments. I just prefer Prismatic Ending at the moment. We are playing 1 Flusterstorm, so if you look at our Cascade hate, we've got 1 Flusterstorm and 3 Chalice of the Void. And the reason for that is because I don't like playing 4 Chalice of the Void. Chalice of the Void can get a little clunky in multiples because you can't play both at once. So if you have one in play, the other one's going to basically be dead in your hand unless like your opponent kills one. But then usually if they're killing one, then they're not going to give you a chance to play another one. So just something to think about. So I'm going to go with 1 Fluster, 3 Chalice. I used to not play Chalice of the Void. It does interfere with Jegantha. So in games where you're sideboard Chalice and you don't Jegantha, but that's not really an issue against Living End. Against Rhinos, I've also found it to not be an issue. These Rhino decks are, since the Fury ban, they're much faster and kind of more explosive, I think. And the matchup just is not as grindy as it used to be with Fury. It's just either I win with cards in hand or my opponent wins when I still have cards in hand. So I just don't think Jegantha is that relevant. Chalice is very good though. 0 mana allows you to stay on curve. Of course, they can kill it, but they have to usually use 3 mana. To do so with Flame of Anor and stuff like that. So Chalice, very good. Moving over, we've got Engineer Explosives. That's going to be our hate for Rhinos. It's also going to be good against Hammer Time. You could play Hidetsu Consumes All. The reason I like Engineer Explosives right now is because I'm prioritized towards the Rhinos matchup. So it's a little more mana efficient. Also, you don't blow up your 1-drops. And I found that's actually kind of important, like playing those 1-drops in the early game, getting that chip damage in. It's actually important against Rhinos. They have Dead Gone and they have Fire Ice, but they have sometimes a hard time. Like if they don't have, if they don't have Dead Gone in hand, they can't really kill Wild Nacatl once it's 3/3. So, and the same thing, like they have to have one of those spells. Like if you're on the play and they don't have a way to kill Ragavan until turn 2, and by that point it's probably too late because if you've connected once, you've ramped, So anyway, that's why I prioritize the 1-drops a little more in that matchup without Fury. Moving along, we've got our Artifact and Enchantment hate. That's going to be Tear Asunder and Natural State. Okay, I am back for round 3. Looks like we won a die roll for once so far. This hand sucks. We're going to mulligan. We don't want to keep a 1-lander with this deck. This hand is good. We will keep... What to bottom? Unknown matchup. Probably bottom Tribal Flames. Could also argue to bottom Nacatl, but I like keeping the threats. Yeah, bottom Tribal Flames.
Again, unknown matchup. Binding is gonna be more versatile. I guess Wolf 2/2/2/2. I should have looked him up. Okay, my opponent's on living end, so I should have bought him Binding instead of. But that's fine. Let me just think of. I think we just get a blue source down, so we go red, blue, green, white. Yeah, so I would have bought. That was a mistake. He's most likely on living end, so I should have bought him Binding instead of Tribal Flames. Hopefully, it doesn't matter on the play with Ragavan turn 1. That's like the best start we can have, but we'll see. This might matter if you go subtlety here. Not. Could also not be on living end, but yeah, I should have looked first. I usually do, but he is on living end. Okay, just gonna take the Kavu, I guess. For a creature in my graveyard, I'll take it. Yeah, I wish I had Tribal Flames. I guess he would have just discarded Tribal Flames then. He pitched. Oh, he discards Binding. Okay, so he must have subtlety, or he just didn't want to fill my graveyard. Another Nacatl's actually good though. Then we can double spell his turn either way, even if he does have subtlety in hand. Okay, we connect as expected. Exile Riverwinder, which is good for me. And then we get green black, or we get green white. I don't really need white mana. I guess I have Reprieve, so green white could be useful. It would jam. Now we jam. Yeah, I really wish I had Tribal Flames, but I guess he would just discard it anyway. Expecting subtlety here. Okay. He's gonna have a hard time now. We can exile cards, or we can loot with Kavu to try to find a counter. That 15, it's the forest. So he'll get basic forest, so he won't have to take any damage next turn. Probably exile Grief from his hand. Maybe not even play this Nacatl, although you could argue to try to loot for a counter. I'm gonna go decisions. Scion of Draco. I'm probably I might just loot away Scion of Draco and then attack with everything. I could exile stuff from his graveyard, but Sion's pretty good actually, and I want to find a counter. Maybe this isn't correct though. Maybe I'm just supposed to make his graveyard smaller, loot away the Grief or something. Okay, so what does this change? Probably not much, right? That's 6. Exile Shardless. Do I want to go all in here? I mean, he's got to have it, right? I could go all in and then Bonecrusher him on his turn. Put him to 4, and I'll get Scion back for lethal, assuming he doesn't have anything else. Also, Whirlwind is at basics, and he has to go to. So he has a forest in hand. We know that. Cycles, sure. So if he has to shot, okay, I think he got a basic forest though, right? I should have looked at what he got with N. 3. So he has Outburst. If I just stomp him now and then get Scion back, he doesn't have a way to block it. So I think I win. He could hard cast Force Negation, then he loses. Because he obviously wants to draw step this. So I think I win now. I don't know what he would have. He goes to 1. I guess he still has to draw step this to not die to Scion. Maybe I shouldn't have played Nacatl. I don't know. It's fine. I guess he gains life with Ent, but he still doesn't win as long as I don't die this turn, which I have. Oh, do I lose? So I guess it was really close. Now, though, I can shock to go to 12, and I have to. Oh, he has reach. Never mind. My line was stupid. I forgot he had reach with Ent. That means he can't attack with it, though, right? Go to 12. He attacks 5, 5, 3, 13. I lose. He attacks with all. I lose. I have to chump with Scion. Okay. Wow, close game, huh? He had to have exactly that, and he had it. Got him to 1. I think we're still right to loot there. I should have thought, though, he had Ent already, so maybe I could have just exiled a Grief from his graveyard, but didn't really do anything. Now I have to, like, chump, though, so this isn't good. And I'm dead to Odawara. Land plus Odawara, so I guess I'm not dead to it. He's just gonna crack the food, though. So we need a top deck burn spell to win. And even that might not be enough. Oh, okay. So he has Outburst to kill me and not cast the spell. Weird attack, but okay. So he's just gonna Outburst again, maybe? No, he can't Outburst again. So he probably has Force Negation in his hand, almost certainly. Yeah, I guess I just lose, huh? Yeah. Okay, well, close game. Do I regret any of my lines? Discarding Scion maybe wasn't great. I forgot he had Ent in the graveyard. I could have exiled, like, Ent or something. I think I still would have lost, though. I think it was good to dig for burn or a lethal permission spell. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay, good game. He got to 1 life, had to have exactly that. So I think the basic Ion he drew naturally, or maybe I'm wrong. It happens game 1 against Living End. I'm feeling pretty good, though, with our sideboarding. So take out Bonecrusher, take out Bindings, bring in Chalices, bring in Fluster. I cut 1 more card. I think it's a Lightning Bolt. Wait, no, I don't. Hold on, what am I doing? Lightning Bolt in, so I can add 1 more card back in. All these cards are bad. I guess Bonecrusher is like the least bad. Let me see if I do anything else. Living End. Man, I thought I had him. I turn 1 Ragavan. I had everything I needed. I just didn't have permission. And I was like 1 point short. So I think if I had a 3rd land type on turn 4, turn 3, then I would have won the game. But I didn't. So I had 1 less damage with Kavu, and that's what made the difference. 1 Bolt, 1 Bonecrusher, 4 Binding, or wait, I have EE against Living End. No, that's a typo. I don't know why that's there. So keep Bolt in, keep Bonecrusher in. Okay. Yeah, I had a typo there. I didn't realize. Okay. Wrong one. So we have Flusters, we have our Chalices. All right, should be good now. Sometimes you just still lose the living end, even when you get them to 1 life. Damn, and I could discard a Nacatl on a land. I still don't have 5 types. I could have had 5 types, I guess, if I'd gotten an Overgrown Tomb, but I was thinking Reprieve. If I draw Reprieve, then I want to keep this, but I can't. This is probably a keep, but I'm on the play. This isn't amazing. Bottom of Plains. We're just going to play I think we have to just play Nacatl turn 1. Like, if he just has... Okay, now this hand is fine, because now we have to hold up Reprieve. Okay, so it's going to be a lot harder now, obviously. Obviously, that's cool. He's playing Gemstone. Some people play it, but some don't. We might just be, you know, we have an okay shot. It's just that it's obviously much harder against Gemstone Caverns, and he probably only is playing 1. I could look at his list. Probably should have looked, huh? He also kept 7 with Gemstone, so probably his list. See how many Gemstones he's playing. 2 maybe? 1 Gemstone. Okay, so he got the 1 Gemstone, which is good for him to keep a 7 with it. Okay. Well, I mean, if he has Force Negation, we just lose. Attack. But also, no. I think I'm just gonna get red-white here. If he has Force plus Gemstone on turn 1, then I accept it. He also could go Grief or something, but like if he just has it all, he has it all. It's unfortunate. I usually think this is a pretty favorable matchup, but maybe we'll still get there. It's possible he doesn't just have everything. And again, we were really close last game. I'm trying to think if like I could have played any lines differently. Maybe I should have just not played the Nacatl, but then he discards it anyway. No, I think last game he just had to have exactly that. He had to have exactly Ent to block Scion. Like he had to have a lot of things go right. So it is what it is. Obviously he's gonna know about Reprieve. Like I'm hoping he just doesn't have Outburst. Cycles Architect or Grief. Then next turn we can play Scion and hold up Fluster. Let's go Shardless. Yes. Okay. Wait till the living end comes on the stack. And he can still chump with Shardless, so we're not in an amazing position, but we at least are fighting. And we know he doesn't have Grief in hand. Okay, we got Kavu too. Probably want to play Kavu actually here. Okay, we got Scions for days. Yeah, I think we want to play Kavu here to exile stuff from his graveyard next turn. Red, green. I gotta decide if I want to crack this now. If I don't, then he can just hold this up forever. So I do it. I think I want to crack it now. Get 5 types. And now I think we're in an okay spot. We'll see. He has 2-turn clock. Even if he starts hard casting stuff next turn, I have a 5/5. Exiling stuff from his graveyard. He does still have Outburst mana up. We'll probably exile the Ent. Most annoying right now. Yeah, just play a second Kavu probably. Doesn't look like he has anything. Famous last words, right? Or else he wouldn't let me exile there. Go second Kavu here. I think that's better than Scion. At some point he's just gonna have to jam it or start cycling things. And then we can play Scion next turn. He's gotta do something. Sure. He could have Dispute. All right, we got there, even though against the Gemstone Cavern start. Whew. Okay, we're all right now. Now we'll be on the draw, but you know, we'll get there. Yeah, and we didn't have to, he didn't see Chalice there, so he just thinks I have counters maybe, so he won't board in stuff. Of course, he could look at my list. Again, keeping Bonecrusher in isn't amazing, but I think it's better than other stuff. Like I guess maybe like Purge is better, but I don't know. He's only got Grief and like his big stompy cards that are annoying are like blue, not red, or I guess it's all fun in Ent. All right. No, we can't keep this as much as I would like to. We can't cast anything. Go to this hand also doesn't cast anything, but do I just go to 5 and just like hope and pray with Chalice? Like if I don't draw a land in my first 2 things, do I just lose though? I have like a lot of interaction. We have to risk it with this and hope we draw a land in our top 2. I don't know. This isn't amazing, obviously. Okay. He could Grief me on turn 2. I don't think he will though. Okay, that's a bad start. I don't want to play Chalice in case he just has a. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we just this hand just loses. Maybe I should have gone to 5, but I figure I have 2 draw steps at a land, and if I don't hit either of those, then we'll just call it a day. And just pray that our Chalice gets this there. Pray he doesn't have Grief. He kept a lot of cards though, but he might wait till turn 3 to Grief. Okay, good. So jam Chalice first. Oh, I should play the land first. Wow, to counter the force. So he could have. Let's see. I'd lose the game to Force of Vigor. I think either way, right? Because I could hold up blue for it. You can pay the cost though right now. I could hold up Reprieve to protect it. That doesn't seem great though. He could Subtlety this and then yeah, that was bad actually. I should play Foothills first. I think I'm just gonna jam Scion here. If he has Force of Vigor, then I just lose and I will accept it. You go with Subtlety, I guess, but maybe I'm not a good spot. I mean, you go Subtlety either way. Okay, let's see if he has Force of Vigor and I just lose. Yeah, we should play land first. That was a big mistake. I could have stubbed Force Negation. Okay, we're in okay shape now, unless he's got it right now, which I don't think he does. I don't even think he brought it in against us. Now we just protect our Chalice. Okay, so he had Foundation Breaker, but we still have Stub and Reprieve. Give me another land, though. That's what I would like. Okay, another land. Perfect. Do we want to hold up everything, or do we want to play as Nacatl? I kind of want to just hold up everything. But maybe that's wrong, and I just accept if he has Dispute or Force. No, I think I'm going to just hold up everything. And if he plays like a 4-drop, I'll just Reprieve it. It's a Forest. Like if he just plays like Curator or something, or Grief here, I'll just Reprieve it. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Yeah, he's doing it, so Fake out. Okay. Do we want to Reprieve or Stub first? Probably has Dispute in his hand. So maybe we just get Forest. Do we need green-white? I'm just trying to think of what I want for lands, because we can't get another blue source, so let's just get green-white, I guess. It's looking a lot like Dispute. And I have a white card, so have fun with your disputes. We get another land, so that gets us another blue source. Now I think we're in pretty good shape. Now we have double Stub up, and we have Kavu. Attack. It's at 6. I think we want to just jam Kavu here, and then have double Stub up. Okay. Let's see if he has another Cascade spell plus Dispute, but I have double Stub, so I think we might have this. We'll see. He could have like Outburst plus Dispute plus Force. Could also just have nothing. Now we wait, see what he's got. Okay, so he has Outburst plus Force plus Dispute. That'd be really annoying. So can I pay it? Oh, you conceded. All right, we got there. Whew! Dodged the bullet from Living End. Reprieve, very good. Obviously, he had Dispute in hand. That's the only reason you would fetch like that, I think. Or you try to bluff it, but... So, yeah. We got there. Reprieve won this game for us. Chalice also very good. Like, I knew he would have something like that. Foundation Breaker. But that now you see, like, the power of Chalice. Like, I had a Scion on board plus Chalice. And, like, he could have Force of Vigor. I would have lost. But I don't think he was bringing in Force of Vigor. I think he was just bringing in Foundation Breaker. Yeah, we got there. Obviously, if this had been, like, a Kavu, then I wouldn't have lost Force of Vigor. I guess either way I would have. But, yeah, the only misplay there definitely for sure was I needed to play that land first. Because I could have stubbed his Force Negation. So that would have been useful, I think. So that was we can play it a little cleaner, but we're 3-0 right now, so we'll see if we can keep it rolling to round 4. Okay, I'm back for round 4. We're 3-0. Again, I don't know what's going on with the MTO bot. It says 3-0, but then I'll like go back to displaying some prelim. But here we are. We're on the draw. This hand is fine, pretty good. Obviously, we'd like to be on the play with the turn 1 Ragavan, but this is fine. Let's see what my opponent is on. Okay, opponent could be on anything. He hasn't played Modern in... He doesn't have a Modern result in like 6 months, and he was playing some Life Gain, and so he could be on Creativity or Life Gain. We'll see. Okay, Steam Events. Okay, so still thinking Creativity here. Play Ragavan, he goes Bolt, it's bad. If he goes, how are we gonna win this? Like, I guess it'd Reprieve as Ren 6 on turn 2. I don't think that's a winning line, though. Like, usually I don't care about Ren 6. I feel like I just want to play Ragavan into a possible, because it could just be Murktide, and then I should just play Ragavan. I'm going to play Ragavan as a possible Ren 6, and I'll just be sad if he has it. I think I'm just going to play some threats here, because this is Creativity doesn't get better by me just waiting. And again, I'm expecting Ren 6 here, but I could have like hold up Reprieve for Ren 6. Oh, okay. Still expecting. Oh, okay. So now we can do some different things here. With double Tribal Flames, so we have to get to turn 4. We want to get green, blue, most likely, right? Reprieve a Bolt. That winning, though? I guess I could Bonecrusher plus Bind on turn 3. And I, though, with the... I know the sequence my lands here. So we want to get green, black here, then. And then we get red, blue on turn 3. I might Reprieve a Bolt, not above it. Or he just doesn't have it. I think he would use it turn 1 if he had it. Okay, looks like he just doesn't have it. Okay, there's this Teferi, which I could play and tick up. Is that good, though? Could also just hold up Reprieve for his Teferi. I'm still thinking he's Creativity. How am I going to win this? I'm probably going to win this by Reprieving his Teferi turn 3, and then double Tribal Flamesing him on my turn 3 for 10. He'll be very close to dying. So I think I don't need this Teferi, as weird as it sounds. Maybe that's incorrect, but without a Bolt, I think he's got Teferi on turn 3. And he's shocked to do it. Fable, okay, perfect. Just how we drew it up. By that I mean not at all. So is he on? I still don't know what he's on. He could just be on not 2 Steam Vents. It's kind of weird. Yes. Reprieve this. Okay. We got 3rd Tribal Flames, but I don't have enough mana to fire them all off. The 12. Bolt. Nope, Blood Crypt. Okay, I think I'm gonna just fire off 1. That's 7. I could fire off 2, and I'm trying to think of how I'd lose this. Like, I have Binding up already, so I feel like I should just fire off another one. There doesn't have anything in hand. Maybe that's not correct, though, because like Bonecrusher end of turn or something. You have discard, so I'm gonna just fire off one of these right now. I doubt he has discard, though. Again, I don't even know what deck he's on. All right, red, green. So we still have 1 Binding up. Like, I'm just making sure that I'm not doing this wrong, in case he has Creativity. The 3. I don't think I missed lethal there. I think I'm okay. There's a Dwarven Mine. So he has Creativity. Another favorable matchup. Okay, he's not going for it, so he's just dead next turn. Sure. I can play around Spell Pierce. I can play around Fluster. play a land just in case I have to say something. The old 3 Tribal Flames hand. What's all about? I don't know what he could have here. Force negation, I guess. It's unlikely. Okay, we're good. We got there. Thought my opponent. Yeah. Okay, cool. Creativity again, which you love to see because this deck is very good against creativity, as we saw there. I wasn't even on the play, and I just like won. Would I normally cut against creativity again? We're just bringing 1 Fluster, so we just cut 1 Bonecrusher. It's just too slow. I used to cut things like Brawler and stuff when I had more stuff to bring in, but since we have main deck Reprieve, then that kind of covers it. I don't think anything else is worth it. So it might just be creativity with Fable, Teferi, which I guess is kind of like the stock list. I'm trying to think if they used to. Yeah, I guess they always played Fable. I was just fortunate he didn't have Ren 6. He might not be playing Ren 6 at all, though. Also, he didn't have a removal spell. It's like weird hand. Okay, this hand's like not as good. I mean, I think this hand's fine. I don't think I ship this. It's just, you know, eventually he might have Teferi or Bolt, or Ren 6 or Bolt, but we're just forcing him to have it at some point. And I think we'll probably still run out of Ragavan turn 1. And I'm expecting Ren 6 here. I have a way to play around it. Basic Force is not that good. Just trying to think of sequencing so we can get like red, blue, green, and then like red, white, I guess. But maybe I should get... No, I want white and red on different mana, so we're just going to hope he doesn't have Ren 6. If he does, then he does, and I accept it. I accept my fate. And we haven't had a 2-drop yet these games, so a little concerning, but I think like I think in this matchup, I'm going to force him to have it. Like, you can play around stuff sometimes, you know, I can be like, oh, let me hold my Ren 6, but like, I just want to apply pressure here. Like, if he has Ren 6, he has it. He doesn't even have fetch land in the graveyard, so you could play like fetch plus Ren 6, and I'll be sad. But there's a chance he doesn't have it. Yep, 6. Right, does not have it. Of course, I don't have anything either, so it's not exactly amazing. Okay, now I have something. Now he could, let's think about this for a second. So I get white-black with this. Let's see what's the most likely sequence he goes here. I think it's most likely that he, Brawler will be a 3/3. I'm just trying to think of, if I just play the Forest now, there's no way I can get 5 types next turn. If I play the Flooded Strand right now, and I get green-white, then I have 4 types, but I have to draw another fetch to get 5 types. So I think that's fine. I don't care about life total. Again, we're going to play Brawler. Like, he can have another Bolt, he can have Teferi. I'll accept it. I'll just Bolt Teferi and replay Brawler, maybe. Or, I don't know. I'm not in a great position, but I think I just keep... It's not going to be good for him to tick up Teferi for me, so we'll just play Brawler. And hope in dreams. The next turn, I don't know, maybe Bolt Teferi, hold up Binding or something. Not great, but... Wait, did he... Oh, no, he didn't miss land drop. I'm like, all right, let's see if he has Teferi. He could have Binding. Binding's fine. I'll get my threat back at some point. Teferi? No Teferi. Okay, so I'm expecting a Binding here. With this card, do I want to bother fighting over the bindings, or do I want to just play another Brawler? Like, you could have Binding plus Spell Pierce, but I can pay for it. But I probably won't pay for it. I have to hold up Bolt. So think about this for a second. I'm gonna get in for 4. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna jam, and I've got Bolt. Okay, I don't know what hands he's keeping. Kind of confused, honestly. But he's almost dead next turn. Might just Bolt face if he doesn't jam exactly this turn, and then I win. Like, what is he gonna do? He has to jam. I think he could do something else. He could play Teferi. Probably just Bolt face at that point. He's at 12. So Bolt face, he clearly has... Oh, he hasn't... Oh, I think I just Bolt face here. He's at 9. So he's like dead next turn. Bounces one of these. Sure. I'd like another land to ensure this win. I'm 1 point short right now. I am still 1 point short. So we can attack him, play land. Right, so I can attack him down to 4, 5. I can get him down to 1, but he could still go land plus creativity, so I don't want to do that. So, just thinking this through. Okay, he's at 5. So I think what I want to do is, do I want to hold up Bolt? So I need a Bolt Teferi right now, for sure. And then I think I just need to hold up Binding. You could have another Binding, like, you could do a lot of things, but Binding is, what, 2 mana? I could shock this in to just bluff, I think I will. Maybe not necessarily. Binding's still 2. So if we drew another land, we would have lethal there, but that's okay. And we still have some interaction up for him. He could still win this. I could have Tribal Flames him to 1, and it would have made it harder. He would have had exactly natty something in hand. I think this is fine, though, the line I took. I'm not sure what my opponent's doing. To me, he doesn't have, like, the easy line, right? I guess he could have exactly, like, Binding plus something. I could win. I could lose this. It's impossible. If I had a 5th type, I would have won it. Okay. So is he going to discard an Archon and then something? Okay, discards Archon. You have the Persist. Okay, you don't even have Persist. Okay. What is his move? Is he playing another land here? I mean, at some point he's got to have Bolt, right? So he played Ren 6, put Archon in the graveyard, so he's digging for something. That gives me 5 types, so I'm going to play this first. I'm going to attack him. Attack Alan. If he has Bolt, like he does. So we should have this unless he has exactly Force Negation in hand. Or in mine, still dies, so he has to have Bolt too. He has Bolt. Okay. Yes, I have exactly Force Negation. All right, we won. So yeah, I think this matchup is easy. I mean, I'm like thrilled to have played Creativity twice. I didn't think this deck was. I think it got a lot worse after Lord of the Rings, and like this is like one of Zoo's most favorable matchups. So like if people are jamming this again, like we saw, like I won last game with a Ragavan. I got 3 Trouble Flames, so I guess that was lucky. But like his like nuts hand where he's doing like turn 3 Teferi, turn 4, like turn 2 Binding, turn 3 Teferi, turn 4 Creativity can beat us, but like anything under that, like it's really hard for him to beat my just like average hands. Like this hand wasn't even that amazing. We had Brawler, which dies to Bolt, so Kavu would have been better. Like we didn't have a ton of pressure or anything like that, and we still got there, so that's fine. Again, the prelim, I'm not 2-1 in the modern preliminary. I am 4-0 in the qualifier. So anyway, we're in good shape. Got a big break here, so probably yeah, we're doing okay, and we'll see if we can keep the good vibes going into round 5. See you guys for round 5. Okay, I'm back for round 5. We're sitting at 4-0 in the qualifiers. This hand's fine, I think. On the draw, it's not amazing, 4 lands, but I think I keep. We're playing against control. Then we're probably gonna keep this. Could also be just Omnath. But yeah, we're gonna keep. I guess I probably should have checked. I keep forgetting that. Okay, opponent plays a bunch of different things, so probably just Omnath though. Be control. I have stopped in my upkeep. I mean, in his upkeep. We both have 7 in hand. Sacred Triome. So if he's Omnath, he's got Ren 6. He pings my Ragavan. I don't do anything turn 3. He's not Omnath if he's control. What does Zagoth Triome mean? Look at the Omnath list he used to play. This was recent. Yeah, he's definitely on Omnath. So he's got 4 Ren 6, 4 Teferi. We know he doesn't have any halflings in hand. I don't know. It's not great. Like, he doesn't have counterspell, so I guess I should just wait to play Ragavan. I usually want to play a 1-drop, but I don't think it's right to play it in a Ren 6 in this matchup. Maybe that's too conservative, though. He could just not have Ren 6. And he could just go turn 3 Teferi, bounce my Scion, and have a hard time winning. But also, we kept a 4-lander, which I thought was fine. And then we drew another land, so we're just kind of flooded a little bit if he has Ren 6. I just assumed he would keep a 7. He would have Ren 6. Yeah, looks like he does. Now I look smart, maybe. The Renster. Yeah, so we'll get our Triome. Again, I hope he doesn't have turn 3 Teferi, but we're not in a great spot. We usually want a lot of early pressure against a deck like this. We just haven't really had it. Bonecrusher could come in handy if he jams Ring. I didn't check if he's actually playing Ring. I probably should check that. We're just going to jam our Scion and hope he doesn't have Teferi. He has Binding. It's not so bad. Yeah, he's playing 1 Ring. Okay. So Bonecrusher could actually be live here. Hope he doesn't have Teferi. I mean, I don't know. He'll have something that can bounce something. But he can't Prismatic Ending this, notably. I guess I could dash Ragavan even if he has Teferi. Looks like Teferi. Yep. So he just had the curve. You know, turn 2 Ren, turn 3 Teferi. Hard for my deck to deal with. I think I just have to jam again. Is there any reason not to play this forest right now? Maybe I should jam Plains. Like, I can't have... I could double spell. He'll ping. If he goes Ring, I can at least Bonecrusher. I mean, I guess he doesn't have any... No, he has a fetch land in hand. If he's pinging me, he's at least not putting it back to hand. I don't know. We're in a tough spot here. Usually I want to put more pressure on him, but he could just go Omnath or Ring next turn. And then I guess I dash Monkey. I'm just trying to think if it hurts me to get... Maybe we need another red source. Get like red-blue. I don't really need it though. I guess we'll just jam Scion and pray. I don't think I care about killing Teferi, right? I guess you could... One line could be to kill Teferi and then hold up Binding for Ring, but I think I don't want to do that. I think I just have to ignore Teferi. This is not a great matchup for us, but we're going to see if we can just fight through it. But so far he's had his okay curve. Maybe he doesn't have anything else. Okay, sorcery, sure. Maybe I'll go Verdict at sorcery speed, or instant speed, I mean. They have Verdict. He has 1. Guess let's Bring the Light. Interesting. Okay, so he's jamming Ring. So I can kill Teferi with Bonecrusher, plus get in for 4 with Ring, and then bind it. Seems decent. Okay, so I'm expecting instant speed Verdict. Isn't that scary, actually. So let's go red-blue. Sure. You could also just bind, I guess. You could have a lot of things, and he's got a million cards in hand. Going to discard, he's got so many cards in hand. What is in his hand? Okay, this makes it more interesting. So I could Bonecrusher Teferi, and then hold up Reprieve. Not the worst, actually. Just gotta think here. How do we want to sequence this? Yeah, no, I have a counter up. It just has binding. Okay. All right, but now we have... now we're in an okay spot, I think, actually. We have binding up for whatever he does. We don't have another land drop this turn, and I don't want to play... I don't want to play Ragavan into... Yeah, so we have Reprieve up, so I think we're okay. So if he goes, like, anything, then I'll just Reprieve it. and then I get in for a bunch of damage next turn. Even Hardcast Solitude would be nice. Ring is fine. Really anything's fine. So now we have Reprieve up. Okay, we'll see. He might just be flooded. Of course, there's no way to know because he's like obviously hiding a lot of information, but he has so many cards in hand, he's done literally nothing. So he's obviously trying to preserve information, but he's going to discard every time. So I think he might just be flooded. And if he jams like Bring to Light, jams anything, maybe he'll just go Verdict. Now it looks like Solitude. Okay, cool. Do the old Reprieve. See if he Solitude's a Scion. Okay, land's not great. We're gonna dash Ragavan, I think. Discard land. Again, I think he's flooded, but so am I. We could hit something that would require us to play another land. So play a better land, I guess I mean. Oh, we also have Bonecrusher, so but we have to hold up Ragavan. Is it better to dash Ragavan here or just play Bonecrusher? I think it's better to dash Ragavan. Although I guess that's not. Oh, if I dash Ragavan and connect, then I can play Bonecrusher and hold up Binding, which will be the best line. I don't care if he gets Ren 6 back. He could ice me every turn. Do I care about that though? I don't think I do. Maybe I do. You draw unlimited cards, I guess. Okay, so just go into Solitude here. Yeah, I mean, he could discard 2 lands and ice me. He's at 9. I would like to... Would I exile from his deck? Yeah, I mean, maybe you could say getting Ren to... Well, actually, this is a future me problem. I'm gonna do this now. Again, I think we're just fighting as much as we can. He's got a million cards, and they seem to not do anything, so he might be flooded. You could argue that, like, I should deal with the Ren 6 ultimate, but if he ultimates Ren 6 this turn, he could double ice me. I don't know. Maybe if he is flooded, maybe that was a better line than to attack Ren 6, because he just let that through. He's at 9. He just goes Omnath, and I can bind it. We'll gain 4 still. You could have another binding. And I don't know what's in his hand. He must be flooded. Maybe getting Fire and Ice back is a big deal, like every turn. You just ice my 2 threats. I can't do anything. Just keep doing that. Discarding lands. But then he has to kill Ren to do that this turn. Yep. So that's what he's going to go for here. If he jams Omnath, looks like it. White mana is kind of weird. White, blue, red, green. Omnath. Not going to play Omnath. Just going to try to keep icing me every turn. Again, you could have argued again that I'm worried about it, but I think this is fine. I wasn't that worried. Again, if he just wants to retrace Fire Ice, I guess he's flooded out, and he'll do that. But he has Omnath in hand, so I have to keep up Binding. I think I could have dashed. I could have directed Ragavan at Teferi, but would have been able to Delve Spell. I could have directed Scion at Ren, but I think it was better to push the damage through. But it's close. I mean, he probably would have Solitude me if I'd done that, though. He might just jam Solitude here, honestly. Okay, so I got punished again because I didn't play around the Prismatic Ending. Brutal. I need to get better at doing that. I need to, against Binding and Prismatic Ending, I need to use my treasure, because that like might lose me the game right there, because now he can Omnath plus fetch land. Yeah, that was bad. I need to stop. I've done, that's the second time I've done that today. I need to just stop relying. I get it, treasures or more, but like I have so many lands right now, it's not relevant, and it's going to lose me the game maybe. Brutal. Because now he can go Omnath plus Solitude. Yeah, that's GG. Fuck. Yeah, we just got to play tighter. I need to, literally that's the second time something like that's happened to me today. The other game I didn't lose, but you can still play a land this turn. Yep. And now you can just gain 1 million life. You might just gain life instead of, or he'll jam Solitude here. He's got a lot of cards in hand. Why did I do that? That was such a bad play by me. Would have binded the Omnath. He wouldn't have been able to play Solitude this turn. He would have gained 4 life. He would have had to pitch stuff. I would have been in a much better shape. So this is our fault for this loss. Okay, maybe we can rally. Looks like he just has Solitude though. Yeah, it's Solitude. Crazy thing is that like Tribal Flames, if I had Tribal Flames with Bolt in hand, he'd lose. He gets Solitude his own Omnath to gain life. Oh man, I wish I played that better. I just need to stop valuing the treasures in situation against decks that can exile treasures. Because like if I just kept a white source open, he wouldn't be able to do this line. He could have iced it, but he would have had to use mana to do that, and he couldn't have double spelled like he wants to. And if this isn't a Solitude, I don't know anything going on. It's got to be Solitude on Scion. And then trade. I don't know. We're not in a good spot anymore. We weren't in a good spot really before. Maybe we were. But to let him do that line was really bad. Because he has Binding too, so it's not like, I don't know what he's waiting on. I'm going to F6 do this. I'm assuming it's just Solitude. Okay, we're fine. He doesn't have Solitude, I guess. Cosmic Rebirth, bounce, Scion. Real weird sequence. Plus ice. You can ice the Bonecrusher. What is his deck playing? Does he not have Solitude in his deck? Yeah, he's got Solitudes. Okay. You're now going to ice, discard land, ice Bonecrusher. Or just cycle. Okay, so he's pretty desperate then if he's doing this line. So we just play Scion again, and then maybe he tries to trade it. Also dash Monkey into nothing. Into Teferi, force him to block. He'll take 4. Dash Monkey, he blocks with Omnath. This way he's going to like Solitude and then trade. Just take 4. Dash Ragavan into Teferi. He uses a Solitude maybe. He just blocks with Omnath. Solitude's one of these. Takes 4. He's at 6. Is Teferi relevant at all right now? I wish I didn't draw so many lands. That'd be sweet. I don't know if Teferi's relevant at all right now. Right? Because what am I holding up? Binding? I mean, he has so many ways to get his Omnath back, so it's probably over anyway. I'm just like throwing my Ragavan away, but just attack all at face. He can get Cosmic Rebirth back. Okay, so he's going to do that. Oh man, we got 3 or less, put it on the battlefield. If you don't put it on the battlefield, put it into your hand, he'll gain 3 life. I see what his line is. So he's going to block Omnath here. Just keep getting Cosmic Rebirth back, but he's going to have to pay 3 life to do that. Play Foothills, Heath. We have so many lands. So I could not give him the chance to get his Omnath back, which I think is better, right? Do you have enough mana to Cosmic Rebirth Omnath back? He does. I think I just do this now. I mean, he has a lot of ways to get Omnath back, but we just go for it. Maybe we'll hit something useful off his deck. I guess I should have binded first, probably. I don't care about Teferi at this point. At 4, by Tribal Flames, I would win. Get a Teferi, but we're, 1 mana short of it? Casting it. Yeah. Okay, well, we just gotta hope and pray. He'll gain life from Cosmic Rebirth, I guess. Wait, can you retrace it? Oh, that was already with retrace. Never mind. Okay, I don't know. I think my line was fine. I wish I hadn't flooded out so much, but I also wish I had binded on Math when I did. He's probably just got Verdict here. Could also have Solitude. You could have a lot of things, obviously. But yeah, I mean, we're probably going to lose. We were in a desperation mode. He gets another ETB. I think it's still fine. Like, I don't think leaving Omnath alive was great. You could argue against it. I mean, he just has unlimited fetches. Can keep gaining life. Eventually, we're going to top deck something that's not land, though. Might be able to win. Maybe not, though. It might just be already be over. He has Teferi on board, so I'm just going to do this. Again, you can gain 4 life a turn. It's hard to overcome this, so we just didn't have enough early pressure. But we could have played that one turn better, and he wouldn't have been able to play Teferi, and that might have won it for us, honestly. This could just be One Ring. Could be Verdict. Cosmic Rebirth. Yep. It's Ren 6 back. The Cosmic Rebirth loop, I guess, is good. So maybe that was, you could say that's what won him the game, but I don't think so. I think if I'd binded that Omnath, then I had a very good shot of just winning this. I would have had 2 creatures on board. I think he was going to have a very hard time. He obviously could have gotten the Omnath back that same turn, but he wouldn't have gained life. But now he can just gain like unlimited life. Not unlimited, but we have answers. It's okay. You can just retrace Cosmic Rebirth, which is pretty bad for me. Also, yeah, it's fine. We had that small pun. I need to, again, we just got to be careful with our treasure tokens. Okay, he'll take 2, down to 8, sure. Doesn't have a way to kill Scion, seemingly. And thin. I should have thinned. Is this is an instant speed, right? It is, cool. You can keep Cosmic Rebirthing things. Keep gaining 3 life every turn. Or to beat. Yeah, so he's going to gain, oh, that's like 7 life a turn. Okay, that's a cool little combo. We could dash Ragavan, and yeah, I mean, we're not in a good spot. We just flooded out a little bit. And we misplayed that one thing, which was our window to win. That's okay, though. Like, he goes land plus Solitude. Seemingly, he hasn't had Solitude this entire game. But now he might. He's like halfway through his deck. Sure. Again, if he kills Omnath, I guess he can get it back. So maybe I shouldn't even attack with Ragavan. Got 5 mana. Just keep rebirthing things. I guess you can just Cosmic Rebirth. Ice. Okay. Again, I don't think he did he get Prismatic Ending back already? He has another fire. Prismatic Ending. Okay. Second Prismatic Ending. Okay. I think I'm just going to play my threats out and make him win. Try to have him use up some clock because this deck's not fast at all. We have too many lands. Do we even have anything left we can fetch with this? I don't think so, actually. Savai Triome? No, never mind. I'm an idiot. Put our... I wonder if I could have played Jegantha before. I don't think so. We have, like, unlimited lands here. Okay, let's see how he wins. Obviously, he's got the Cosmic Rebirth loop, so that was maybe what lost it, but I don't know. I don't think I play around it. I think the mistake was just made, again, with that token, and we could have gotten there. Otherwise, maybe. It would have been close. Again, we didn't have a good start here either. We had Ragavan and then a Scion, and he was on the play. It's just hard to get there with that. I just kind of want to see more of his deck at this point. Again, no Solitude's kind of shocking, so I figure he's got it in his deck somewhere. He just hasn't used it. See what he's going for here. Probably just keep retracing Cosmic Rebirth. Okay, another Prismatic Ending. 3rd Prismatic Ending. Back. Sure, and I guess he'll just ice Scion. His other lands in hand. So, let's see. Plays a land, gains a bunch of life. I don't think we're going to crack this fetch here. I don't think it's worthwhile. We're at 8. I would be dead to Omnath plus fire. I guess he can just burn me out, actually, with, like, he might be able to kill me this turn, actually, with enough fires. Second Omnath, sure. Can he just, I guess he doesn't have lands in hand. I could have cracked that fetch. You'd love to see it. Built a fairy, maybe. Okay, he's another binding, sure. Yep. So we flooded out. I mean, is what it is. We made a small mistake, but, you know, is what it is, like I said. Again, we don't have, oh shit. I don't know what to do. Yeah, no, he's got the fairy on board. I think he just burned me out now for, well, he's got to have lands in hand to do it. Now maybe he has enough, so he gets some land back with Ren 6. Maybe now he has enough lands to just do 4 fires. Or I guess 1 ice, attack with Omnath, and another fire. 2 fires, I'm dead. Oh, I guess he just bounced with Teferi. So now he can attack with Omnath and then double fire. Or he can, you know, take his time doing whatever he's going to do. Now I think I'm dead. So it should be double fire here. Okay, not dead. Okay. And then we can go to 1, and I'm dead to fire. He has another land in hand. I guess he has another Teferi, so I'm just dead anyway, so we'll play it. Go to 1. Again, maybe I'm misunderstanding. Like, I think he could have just killed me already. He just fired me right now. Yeah, okay. You just wasted a lot of your clock doing that. So he's 12 minutes left, and that's game 1. Yeah, so again, small mistake. That's okay. We'll overcome it. So against Omnath, not a matchup I've played a ton of recently, but it's in my sideboard guide. And let's go with, we're going to get cut 2 bolts and 1 tribal flames for 2 Tear Asunder, 1 Bonecrusher. You could argue for Celestial Purge to kill Omnath, but other than that, it's kind of narrow. It kills Ren 6 and Omnath. If he has like 1 ring, I'll feel stupid. And then cut a couple bolts, right? Did I say cut 3 bolts, I think? Oops. 2 bolts, 1 tribal flames. I'm inclined to cut 3 bolts, actually. He does have halfling, but I don't think I care that much. Maybe I do care. Maybe that's a reason to cut tribal flames. I'm on the play, though. How many halflings is he playing? He is playing 4 halflings, so I'll keep 2 bolts, 3 tribal flames, but you could argue against that. It's close. Maybe on the play, I don't care about halfling at all, so... since my opponent just disconnected, which is going to make it harder for him. I don't really... Maybe he was having internet issues, that's why he was playing so slow. Okay, looks like my opponent is back. I will play first. 2 lands, green, black, red, white. It's not amazing, but I think it's a keep. Obviously, I would want a 1-drop usually, but okay. Heath go. Okay. Again, we're not in an amazing position because Brawler also does a bolt. I have to see if he's playing any bolts. So we could get the Triome out of the deck, red, white, black, and then green, black, but we're still missing blue. We could also... Yeah, let's get the Triome out of the deck. Player Brawler. Gray. And would like some blue mana, please. Let's see if he has like Stern Scolding or something. No. Okay. So he could have Binding. He could have not much things. Prismatic Ending for 2. He kept a lot of cards, so I think this is Prismatic Ending for 2. I would like a 3rd land, please. Or else we might have a tough time winning this. Okay, Ren 6, not scary at all. And we're gonna go with the policy of ignoring Ren 6. If I get a land, I'm in very good shape. Okay, Reprieve is also very good though. And I think we just attack, hold up Reprieve for Teferi. So you guys like Solitude. It's not. Yeah, we don't have blue source yet, but maybe we can draw into it if he just jams Teferi here. And plus we have Bonecrusher if he's got Ring on turn 4. Looking like it's Teferi. Looks like a Teferi, smells like a Teferi. Maybe he's playing around it. Playing around me holding up stuff. Also fine. Let's see, he go Binding. No, I'm not gonna Reprieve anything. Let's see if he goes Upkeep Binding. I'm gonna go discard. Discard Spaseju. Give me a land, please. Ice. So I can Reprieve Ice, draw a land. If I don't Reprieve Ice, I can just hold up Reprieve for something else, like Ring or something. But do I care about Ring at all? No, I don't. I think if he just jams Ring here, then I just accept it. He could also have Binding. Let me use my mana correctly. I could have end of turn bolted. Yeah, I should have end of turn. No, I never mind. I was like end of turn Bonecrusher him. Like that's stupid. Maybe this isn't. No, this is worth fighting over. See if he has Binding too, or Solitude or something. Okay, naturally we didn't draw anything. That's 7. I'd like a land, please. In the land waiting room. If he goes Ring, he has to fetch. No, he doesn't. Okay, Teferi. Do you have another land? Okay, so you can go Omnath next turn. I care about that though. You can go Omnath, Solitude, Stabilize. That's really bad. Yeah, now we're in a tough position because we didn't draw a 3rd land in our top 13. And so our options are play Brawler. He plays Omnath plus Solitude. I lose, right? Because he'll go up to 11 with that. Other option is to, if he had 1 ring, he would have just jammed it. Other option is to Tribal Flames him down to 3. I don't think that's great either, though. I think we just have to replay Brawler. This is just so bad. I don't have land. Just so brutal. This game's slipping away. Yeah, because he just goes Omnath plus Solitude. I'm in really bad shape. But I have to do this. He's also close to getting Ultimate with Ren again. You have Subtlety? Subtlety is even worse if he has it. Oh, man. Yeah, I gotta bottom it. We just didn't get there. I mean, we got stuck. Like, my hand is gas. And, like, maybe, I don't think I'm supposed to mulligan this hand. We just haven't gotten there so far. Like, now I have to move to fucking discard. Like, fuck. Because I just don't have lands. Where are the lands in my deck? I played 21 of them. And I drew into, like, 12 cards. So now it's, if he just jams Omnath, it's probably over. Looks like Sway Stone. Oh, 1 ring. Okay, it's not over. Close. No, we might be able to get out of this. If he doesn't have an Omnath, then we might be able to get out of this. Can I get a land now? No, I can't. So I just have to keep trying to play the same Brawler. I could bind Ring. I don't think that's where we're at right now, though. We just have to pray. It'd be crazy if I had lands and I could actually cast the spells in hand. Okay, so no Omnath if he's cracking that. He's at 6. I mean, he's not even going to draw, so he must have another ring. He's playing Dangerous Game here, because I do have Bonecrusher in my deck. But he might have all the other. He might just have Solitude here. Another Teferi. Maybe he bounces his ring with another. I don't know. Or he just has Omnath plus fetch. Yep. Okay. Now we have to Tribal Flames Omnath. And let's hope he doesn't have Solitude too. Looks like he's got Solitude. Or second ring. Now he would tap the ring if he had it. That's 7. Solitude. Cosmic Rebirth, a land. So this fucking combo again. They can double Cosmic Rebirth. No, he doesn't have Retrace yet. So the problem is if I Tribal Flames him, yeah, I think we just lost again to Cosmic Rebirth. Well, we lost to Flooding Out, or, you know, Mana Screw. And last game we lost to Flooding Out, which is frustrating. We kill Omnath. He goes Cosmic Rebirth unlimited times again. Like, I don't know. I guess we just kill Omnath. I don't think we win by... All right, we'll just try to stay alive. It's a little frustrating, though. But I guess this is what happens. I was running hot today, so... And we misplayed last game. But this game, I think it was fine. And now I can just draw, like, unlimited cards with Ring, which he hasn't even tapped yet. So... And he'll just get Omnath back next turn with Rebirth, right? How's Rebirth worded? Oh, is it? Yeah, you can just move him back. Yeah, so, I mean, I should have... I guess last game, I could have played better, but this game, I don't know. I don't know how to summon lands to my deck. We kept a 2-lander and didn't draw a land for the first 6 turns, I guess. We'll see if we draw a land here. I guess he has enough mana now to just play Omnath too, but I don't think he's another land drop. Again, I don't know how I get out of this lock. Even with a land, I don't know how I get out of this lock. I can't. He just keeps... Oh, he had a land drop there too. He has 8 lands and... Oh, because he put 1 back with... Yeah. Okay, there's the land just in time, turn 8. Bind Omnath, he bounces. I don't know how I get out of this mess. Like, we'll just get another Omnath ETB, and then I can't deal with the Cosmic Rebirth thing again. So it's happened, like, that was, I guess, his win con, but, like, usually I ignore Ren, and I still think it was correct to ignore Ren. Like, how did I know I was just not going to draw any lands for my entire game? So we can't... We can Tribal Flames to Fairy and then bind Omnath and just hope. Like, so I guess we bind Omnath. Do I want to do this first or second? I guess this is not good. Oh, I don't even have 5 types. I'm a dumbass. What did I say I was doing? Bind Omnath, Tribal Flames to Fairy. So we need blue for that. And then just hope he's like bricks forever, which is like not possible. So, I guess if we Tribal Flames to Fairy, he just gets it back and bounces it with Cosmic Rebirth again. So again, I'm kind of in this lock that I can't get out of. I don't know how I win this at this point. I could play creatures, just ignores life gain for now, and he just like probably has Solitude in hand. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, he just has Binding in hand. I mean, he just gets a Fairy back. Is this even worth doing? Should I just Tribal Flames face? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just giving another ETB with Omnath. At 12, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I could have played to my outs, find a better way to win this. He just keeps gaining life, but I guess we'll just keep playing that game and just keep binding it. There's 8 cards in hand too. I guess I just have to try to win on clock or something. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I can bind Omnath and then dash. And he's gonna gain a lot of life. I think I care though. Dash Ragavan. Yeah, I do care about Teferi. So he's gonna bounce his own ring here. Yeah, I know. This is a cool combo. I mean, he just gains a bunch of life. But again, life gain doesn't really win the game. Why did I just lose life on that? Oh, because Omnath burnout plan. So I think I'm just dead now. Yeah, I guess I'm just dead for the retrace combo. Just keep getting back lands. He has 2 lands in his graveyard. What's the wording of this actually? If it's the first, if it's the third. Oh, okay. It's not if it's past the third, so he can't do that. Bind again. And he just gets Omnath back and I just die. Play Kavu. Bind Omnath again. I'm dead to a lot of things here. Okay, can't stub that. I'm just dead now. Either way. I mean, I was dead either way anyway. Just trying to play to my outs here. I don't really have any outs. Okay, frustrating. Lose to Omnath. I'm in the 4-0 bracket, so people are good now. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. So obviously I didn't do myself any favors last game. I think this game was just, you lose when you don't draw lands in Magic the Gathering. Unfortunate. I thought I was in a good spot. I really thought I was going to win this game and then force a game 3 and then anything could have been possible. So maybe against the Cosmic Rebirth version, I should not ignore Ren 6, but it is what it is. Okay, well, we're 4-1, unfortunately. We're still, of course, alive. We'll see if we can get there in round 6.